Hello, fearless mamas. I'm Christine Drummond, and today I'm going to share with you how you can end your money worries for good so that you can set yourself up for financial success into the future. Okay, this definitely is not a quick fix. However, I believe if you can change your mindset around money, if you can change your beliefs around money, and if you can get it organized, the universal laws are going to allow you to have a more abundant lifestyle. And where focus goes, energy flows. This is the one area that I have done so much research in. I've asked hundreds and hundreds of women what's the one area in their life that they feel if they could improve, it would benefit all areas of their life. And the main topic that always comes back about 90% of the time is money. I don't know about you, but I've definitely had my fair share of struggles over the years. I remember a time not too long ago, actually, about 10 years ago, where I was living on 2-minute noodles and mashed potato sandwiches. That's all I could afford. All my bank accounts were in minus. And I've watched my growth over the last 10 years to be able to really turn my life around. And now I'm so passionate about sharing my knowledge and all the hours and the money and the energy I've poured into self-development courses and money courses to be able to bring you this information in such a simple 4-step process. Imagine if you could transform your financial future in just 4 easy steps. If that excites you, like drop an I'm excited in the comments below. But first of all, we've really got to think about, where did our money beliefs come from? Quite often, poor man mentality is handed down from generation to generation. Our parents' parents have that poor man mentality, and quite often they pass down negative beliefs around money. I don't know if that's true for you, but I definitely had some negative beliefs around money that were not serving me. So I want you to think about asking yourself a couple of questions. What was your parents' belief when it came to money? Was your mum's belief different? Was your dad's belief different? Did you have anyone in your life that gave you savvy financial advice and showed you actually how to do it? I mean, we can't rely on our school system, can we? We're not taught anything in the school system. I know for a fact that I was told to save, but I was never shown how to do it. Okay, that was effective. So I want you to think about that. Growing up, what were you taught about money? What are your beliefs around money? Do you wish you were more organized with money? Do you feel like, there's more month at the end of the month than there is money? Like, are you that person that runs out of money before? Just going to open up the comments here so I can see you. Awesome. Okay. So yeah, are you one of those people that you feel like you're always constantly running out of money? I know that was me as well. I was giving money to everybody else except for myself. And I would wait until, I'd paid everyone else, and then I'd see what was left for me, and there was nothing there. So I've learned to discover that net worth, your bank account, is based on your self-worth. So if you value yourself, if you value the effort and the way that you're showing up in the world, even if you're a stay-at-home mum and you're technically not getting an income, you need to value yourself. You need to know how important that role is, okay? So think about your beliefs around money. Think about what you were taught growing up, and then get rid of that stinking thinking. I'm going to share with you how to do that today. And in these 4 simple steps that I'm giving you today, if you implement these, I'm going to share some testimonials at the end, but if you implement these 4 steps, you will be on your way to a more organized, financially savvy future where you don't have to be emotionally attached to money. Like, money is neutral. Money is just energy. That's all it is. And I don't know about you, but when bills used to roll in, I used to get this horrible feeling throughout my body, where I would stress about, how am I going to afford to pay that bill? And I don't want you to feel like that anymore. So number 1 is we have to start with our beliefs. Okay. You have to go back. You have to do the inner work, okay? You have to start changing your thoughts around money. You have to be the gatekeeper of your thoughts, okay? So how you can sort of switch your beliefs around money is by, let's say that you're one of the people out there who thinks that money is hard to come by, or you have to work really, really hard to get money, or money is negative and people that have money must be scammers, or, they've ripped somebody off to get their money. So if you've got beliefs like that, I want you to think about how you can flip some of those to more positive ones. Because if you're a good person up to good things, then money will magnify that, okay? So if you know that you're a good person at heart, if you have more money, then that's just going to be magnified, okay? But if you're a bad person up to bad things, of course, money will magnify that as well. But I know that the women in this group, you're all good people. I know you're up to good things and you want to make a difference in the world. So having more money could mean more choices. For me, it means more choices. It means flexibility around my family. It means creating more magic moments, more adventures. I'm not into the materialistic things, although we do have a dream property that we would love, some farmland that we can, grow our own produce and things like that. So we do have goals like that. But for me, it's about living life. I don't want to live each day as if I'm going to live forever. I want to start experiencing and venturing things now. And I want the same for you guys. I want you to live a more inspired life, okay? And if I can take some of this financial stress away for you, then I would absolutely love to do that. So we need to work on our belief system. And then the next thing, once you feel like you've got more positive thoughts around money, is now we need to start organizing it, okay? So I'm going to share with you my 4-step process, and it doesn't matter what your income is, okay? You are going to be able to start somewhere today if that's what you want to do. Speed of implementation is key. When you have the inspiration, when you've had what I call the F it moment, the F word moment, I'm not going to say it, but you have your little adult tanty and you're just like, enough's enough. I'm sick of feeling broke. I'm sick of struggling. I'm sick of stressing every time a bill comes in. I'm sick of things going wrong and not having the money to be able to fix that. So I'm going to help you with that today. So step number 1, okay, is pay yourself first. Pay yourself first, ladies, okay? You all work your butts off, you all work your butts off so hard, whether you're a mum, a stay-at-home mum, a working mum, you're working your butt off. So I want you to pay yourself first. And what do I mean by that? I mean you have to pay something into a bank account, a savings bank account that you do not touch. When do you touch it? Never. You never touch it. You let it build up. You let it accumulate, okay? So we're going to set up 4 accounts. The first account is your savings account. You cannot touch it, okay? Now, there is an exception. The idea is to get 3 months worth of wages saved up into this account before you can invest 10% of it, okay? But I go into more detail in that in my ebook, which you can get a copy of at the end of this live. So number 1 is pay yourself first. What do most people do out there? Most people pay the phone bill, the mortgage, rent, electricity bills. They pay everybody else, and then they give themselves what's left, which is usually nothing. So we're going to reverse that. We're going to pay yourself first. Show yourself that you value yourself, the effort, the energy of you showing up every day and doing your best, okay? So pay yourself first. I'm not going to go into detail about how much to pay yourself because it's going to be different for everybody, okay? But stick around to the end and I will share with you how to get a copy of my ebook, which will actually spell out how much you should be putting away. The second thing then is the fun money. It's called me money. It's guilt-free. It's not for your kids. It's not for your husbands. It's not for your family. Me money, your me money account is for you. It's to get a coffee. It's to go to lunch with the girls. It's to get a massage or your nails done. Okay, so your me money is just for you, nobody else. And I don't care how much you put in there each week, but if you're going to be doing this with your partner, you get the same amount. And if you're a stay-at-home mum and he's working, doesn't matter. You get the same amount in there, okay? Again, it's all spelled out in my ebook for you, but Me money. Who's excited about that alone? I remember seeing my friend pull out this pink credit card once, and I was like, oh, what's that card? And she's like, this is my me money card. I was like, what's me money? And she's like, this is just money that I spend on myself, that I get to treat myself to whatever I like, whether it's a massage or lunch or drinks with the girls. It's just to spend on me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I've got to get a me money card. So that's your second account. The third account, this is where expenses come in. Okay, you can't escape them. We've all got them, but the third account is going to be expenses. And this is probably going to be your biggest account. You're going to need the most money in this account because we've got to cover all the bills, food, living, school expenses, everything goes in the expense account, okay? You can break this down further if you want to organize it into categories, but just having an expense account and having a certain percentage in there to cover all the bills will definitely get you out of trouble, okay? And again, in my ebook, I explain how much should be going in there, and we should be looking to reduce the expense account, okay? We do not want this account to go up unless our income is going up, okay? So we want to make sure we're getting very savvy with our expenses. Okay, the fourth one now is, and you probably may not have ever thought about this, but the last account is a grow account. Now, what's a grow account? A grow account is to invest. And what do you want to invest in? You want to invest in things that are going to create other streams of income for you, okay? Now, I don't care how much goes in here. Again, in the book, I break it down into formulas and percentages, but you might put a certain amount in here. Now, the grow account might be for an investment property. The grow account might be for a business, whether it's like a network marketing business, maybe it's a coffee business, maybe it's a beauty business. Your grow account is to invest in something that is going to give you a return, okay? The idea is to actually grow, okay? Grow your money. That's why it's called the grow account. Now, when this first account hits 3 months worth of wages, you take 10% out, you can combine it with the grow account, and then you've got a nice little bucket that you can go and invest in. The next step then is to build this up to 6 months worth of wages, okay? And then you can take another 10% out, add it to your grow account, go and invest it, and then you want to get this up to 12 months worth of wages. Imagine having 12 months worth of wages in that account, okay? That would take a lot of pressure off people, I know. So that's the 4 simple steps. If you would love a copy of the ebook, which spells this out in more detail, it's not a lot of pages. It's literally like 7 or 8 pages. Let me know, drop a comment below. I've got a couple of different examples. If you're earning different incomes, then I kind of break it down and show you how to do it. And I've also got some testimonials in there as well, which I want to share a couple with you right now. But before I do, I need to put this disclaimer in. Okay, these tips that I'm giving you today and that are in my ebook are just based on what has worked for me, okay? I am not a financial planner. I don't have financial qualifications. I was just a frustrated mom who was sick of struggling, and I decided to do something about it. So I invested in myself. I went and got a lot of teachings around this. I discovered a lot of universal laws, and then I got really clear on what it was that I actually wanted to see hitting my bank account. And now I'm so passionate about helping other mums do the same, okay? So you cannot hold me to any of this advice. This is just literally what has worked for me, okay? But my wish is that you implement this, because the people that have implemented it in less than 12 months have been able to save well into over 5 figures. Like, I've got some people in there that have saved over 10 grand, some have saved over 15, some are completely debt-free for the first time, some are in the process of buying their first homes for the first time. So this works, okay? So I want to share a couple of testimonials with you, if that's okay. I've got one here from Tanya. Tanya said, hey, I'm actually following it all. It's great, it's simple, and I've never saved in my life, not $1. Now I have over $1,000 in my savings, and I'm paying myself, which is bloody delightful. So thank you. Then a few months later, she sent me another message, and she said, hey, I'm just touching base again as I'm smashing some goals. I paid another 2 debts off and almost $5,000 in my savings account. and currently making a plan so I can buy my first house in January, my first investment house, in January. I've got a friend, Tamara, who implemented these steps as well. And she said, even though I had some pretty big bills last month, I still managed to save $900 for the month in my savings account. I was close to having to draw from it, but I stopped myself and just scraped by without having to touch it. I also have around $400 in my Grow account. Now, I know that she has gone on and she's got well over, I think, $10,000 or $12,000 in there now. Ladies, this is all within a 12-month period. Now, if you were to save, and I can't bring it up right now, but if you go to Compound Calculator, just Google it, you can actually work out what you need to save over the next 10 years in order to get a certain amount. So I wanted to see how much I'd need to put away each week to get $150,000 in that account in the next 10 years. And it was literally $250 a week. $250 a week in a savings account, leaving it alone over the next 10 years is going to compound and bring in over $150,000 in 10 years. Think about the last 10 years and how quickly they passed by. Like, how easy is that to save? So we want to make sure we're setting ourselves up with extra streams of income. Okay, we want to make sure that we're not just relying on our job, or we're not just being a stay-at-home mum. We want to be constantly looking at increasing our streams of income. And if you do that, then if you've got your main source of income and you can have other sources of income, this is where this account can really grow very fast. And you can even have that $150,000 even earlier if you want to. Okay, the power is in your hands. You simply have to implement it. This is the easiest system I've come across. I've invested in, the Barefoot Investor. He's got some incredible information. I've gone to other courses as well. And this is just a combination of everything I've learned from those people. And I've just put it in an easy to implement system for us mamas. So if you'd love a copy of the ebook, let me know. And I'll have to get your email address off you so I can shoot it through on email. Don't worry about putting that down in the chat. Just let me know your intention that you would love a copy of the ebook, and I'll make sure that you get that. But thank you for tuning in. Go out there and be fearless, be free, and I'll see you on the next video.